You're watching the 2026 Big East Softball Championship, presented by Jeep. We started this day with big dreams for Providence and Creighton, but by the end of this day, someone's dream in Rosemont, Illinois is dead. Elimination game to round out game one of the Big East Softball Tournament in 2026. It's Providence and Creighton. Evan Stockton joined alongside Bria Losick once again for our final game of the day, all the way back right around noon Central Time. Our first game of the day featured the team that won their first ever Big East regular season championship, a team that's having their best season in over 3 decades, the Providence Friars. But they couldn't have had a worse start to their first game of the Big East tournament. Providence lost that first game to Butler 9-1. They lost the final game, the final score of 10-3. They lost that first game because, Bria, they gave up 9 runs in the top of the first inning. Providence never really had a chance, and now you wonder how they'll turn it back around, flush it, and try to win this game against Creighton.
And in that 9-run spot in the top of the first, it was really Alyssa Toomey, the Big East pitcher of the year, that had 5 walks, a lot of free passes, and it just kind of ballooned from there. And then after that, it was another ball game, right? They only give up 1 run from there. And on the other side for Creighton, it was similar with the free passes.
Yeah, you know, Creighton got off to a 3-0 lead in their game against UConn, which ended about 35 minutes ago, but their pitching staff just walked way too many. Audrey Gilman with 6 walks, Landry Harris with 3. Gilman, mild spoiler alert, is slated to start this game here tonight against Providence. She's got to turn it right back around and got to find a way to fill up the strike zone.
And that's a spot that she's been in all year long. She's a freshman, but she's had a heavy load throughout the season, but mostly in conference. And it's been 170 innings pitched for the freshman. So no doubt she's back in the circle for game number 2, elimination time.
Everything on the line. Someone's season is about to end. Providence and Creighton trying to make sure they get to play one more day at least of softball. First pitch is next. You know, when we look at this Providence lineup for this elimination game against Creighton, Bria, I thought you made a great point about how, hey, you take away the 9-run top of the first for Butler in our first game today, which that's not how sports work. You can't take it away. But Providence did have some good swings. They had 10 hits in the first game, and that top part of the lineup to keep their season alive has to make something happen here tonight.
Yeah, you look at Jonty and Dunn at the top of the lineup. Sophia Peterson, too, had some production in that game. Those are the 3 big hitters for this Providence lineup that has a lot of power.
And they're going to have to do it against a Creighton pitcher pitching for the second time today. Audrey Gilman is going to face that Friar lineup with seasons on the line. First pitch in this Big East elimination game on a Thursday night. Coming up in just a few. This game is going to be a fascinating case study in mental fortitude. On one side, you got Creighton, who just lost again to UConn, the team that beat them in the Big East Tournament Championship game last year. They lost to them earlier today, 9-3. And oh, by the way, the starting pitcher in this game for Creighton is Audrey Gilman, who just gave up 7 earned runs to UConn in a game that ended about a half hour ago. On the other side, you got a Providence team that just gave up 9 runs in the top half of the first inning, and their loss earlier today to Butler, they lost the game 10-3. So now, Bria, here we go. 2 teams that came into this day with high hopes and high expectations, hoping they would be guaranteed to play on Friday. Well, now they got to win this game to make sure, and whoever loses this game, season's done. There is a lot on the line here and a lot of pressure on this freshman, Audrey Gilman. Yeah,
this is a spot she hasn't been in before. She's carried a heavy load like we mentioned, but this is where she's really going to be pushed. Curve, rise, change up, drop ball. That's the mix for Audrey Gilman. We saw it before. She's a pitcher that likes to mix up her speeds, and she usually tops out around 62, 63. Pitched twice last time against Providence.
We'll see what she's got. The smiles are there. How long will it last? We still got to figure that out. Emily Jonti will kick it off on what's turned into a beautiful spring night still in the first week of May outside of Chicago. Someone's season continues tonight and someone's ends. Emily Jonti takes high, and off we go in this Big East Tournament elimination game. Jonti all year long at the top of that Friar lineup has been a nuisance. This is not the start that Audrey Gilman would want in the circle. Bria, as you pointed out, earlier today against UConn, 115 pitches, only 61 strikes. She walked 6 in her first 2 pitches tonight out of the zone. You see the numbers for Emily Jonti. Batting average of .370 just about this year, as we have some sort of mechanical issue. You know, we're living in the world of pitches being called on watches and PitchCom and ABS, and you know, sometimes the technology just stops working. As long as we get it fixed, though, we're good to go. Ball 3.
Not the start you want, and if you're Gilman, you really want to establish that zone early on, especially just getting in that mental space of knowing that you can find your way back in after giving up so many free passes.
4 straight out of the zone in an inauspicious beginning. You know, Gilman was so good in the regular season. All Big East first team, 10-0 in Big East play. She led the league in wins. But so far today, it's not her day. Time for that to turn around, but she just threw ball 1 to Cameron Dunn, and this game has begun with 5 straight out of the zone. And this one's rolling all the way to the backstop. It's going from bad to worse.
Yeah, 6 straight balls now. Both Friars that have been up have yet to swing, and they're just waiting and challenging her to find the strike zone and to attack them, but they're gonna sit back until she proves that she can throw strikes.
I mean, it feels so weird to ask about Audrey Gilman with how well she's pitched this year, but with the way that she struggled today, first game and now so far to start this game, you honestly wonder how long the leash is. At what point with the season on the line does Creighton have to go to option B? That was a sorely needed strike.
And it comes after Lily West, your senior catcher, goes up, calms down the freshman, and gets her right back to her.
Hit a mile high into the night sky. Vanda Waters got it, and Gilman, right after that visit, gets a strike and then a pop out.
That's just what Gilman needed. 6 straight balls and then is able to throw one in. Gets done to swing and get under it.
Sophia Peterson earlier today in that game against Butler that Providence would like to forget, she had a good game. That's bunted foul. She had an RBI double in the first inning of that game. She also singled in the 7th. Providence was facing a run rule, but they did get a 2-out, 2-run single in the 5th to at least make sure they weren't going to get run ruled. What a historic season this has been. Ground ball to short. Pearson, throw, in time. She is so remarkably smooth at shortstop.
There's your 3-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year. Gets a much-needed out, number 2. Replay there, comes in on a quick release.
Julia Rennie up to the plate. This season for Providence, they've clinched a share of the Big East regular season title for the first time in program history. New record, 18 conference wins. New single season record for runs scored and walks. So much has gone right, but this is how mayhem goes. All of a sudden, they enter this game and all that success, all that history, all those good news and all those good vibes could be gone. 2-1. These two programs know each other very well in the Big East tournament specifically. They played in the semifinal game last year that Creighton won 5-4. What a run it was in the tournament last year for Providence. They entered as the 6th seed, which can't happen anymore because there's only 4 teams. Last year was Providence's first trip to the semis since 1994. Another pop-up. Greenwood coming in. Pearson makes the play, and Audrey Gilman out of the jam. The leadoff walk does no harm, and the Blue Jays to the plate after this.
Adulting? Overrated. Financial freedom? Now that's the move. Meet Alumnify, banking built for real life. No jargon, no hassle, just smart money moves made simple. Want to save more, spend smarter, build wealth? We've got your back. With 0 hidden fees and game-changing savings rates. This is banking that fits your life. Alumnify. Let's go.
sir. It seems that the Gladiators get a lot of positive social sentiment.
Innovation changes everything. With one investment, you can access the NASDAQ 100 innovators who are rethinking the world. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Creighton's lineup pounced on UConn in their first game today. They scored 3 runs in the top of the first inning. They didn't score after that. This is a Creighton lineup that is right near the top of the Big East in darn near every statistical category. And we keep talking about what a year this has been for Providence. So much history, so much magic, but it is on the line in this game, and this freshman, Addison Fry, has got to keep the magic going.
Yeah, her mix there, you see a curveball, a fastball, and rise ball. 64 to 65 velo is what you can expect.
Her 12th start of the year, Addison is into the circle for the 25th time and facing quite the challenge. And Kaylin Schultz three more hits for Kaylin in game 1 today against UConn. Couple of doubles and a single. She now has 102 in her career. All Big East second team the last couple of years. Schultz is from Hastings, Nebraska. It's a couple hours from Omaha. She's from the same hometown as Tom Osborne, who has to be one of the most famous people from the state of Nebraska in the last 75 years, at least. Addison Fry, they're from Newcastle, Pennsylvania. This pitcher in the circle for Providence. Grew up about a half hour from Youngstown, Ohio. Ohio, one of those states that borders a couple other states, Pennsylvania and Michigan, to name a couple. Another pop-up. We've seen a bunch already in this game. Ooh, that was a interesting catch. One gone.
They're both laughing it off. Get the job done, that's all that matters.
That's why you catch it with 2 hands.
Yep, that is every club coach, every coach that has younger players is saying, you see that right there?
Nikki Gallardo, that's why you catch it with 2 hands. Inside to Tara Vandewater. Vandewater, a high impact transfer from Oklahoma State. They have shuffled her in the lineup. She batted 4th in the first game today against UConn. She bats 2nd here. They've moved Zoe Greenwood from 2nd to 5th in the lineup. This one is driven. Tara Vandewater has left the building. What a story she is writing in her first season with the Creighton Blue Jays.
Her teammates meet her at home plate and she's getting the party started. Fighting for their lives here, and it's the impact transfer that gets the long ball. She times this up so well.
And she knew it as soon as she left her bat.
Yeah, she gave a little point out there.
What a year she is having. Coaching staff for Creighton said as soon as Tara walked in the building, the way she carries herself, the expectations she has for herself, and she doesn't dip her standards at all, it has just seeped onto everybody else on the team. And for the second straight game, by the way, Creighton has scored first inning runs. They scored 3 in the first game against UConn today, and now Vandewater's got them on the board here. We're following history for Lily West this weekend here outside of Chicago. She's on an 18-game on-base streak. Had a 2-run double in the first game today. She is now tied for second all-time on Creighton's career hits list. She gets 3 more and she sets a new record.
And along with Vanderwater, that's someone that Coach Wood said sets the standard for what it's going to take to win championships.
Peterson gives it a look. It's out of play. That was Creighton's goal all year. Get back to the Big East championship game and win it this time. They lost to UConn last year. They've lost to UConn to start this year. Pitcher in the circle for Providence, Addison Fry. Had an outstanding high school career. Krista Wood knows what's staring her in the face tonight and her whole team. Twice the Pennsylvania Player of the Year. Providence coaching staff told us when it comes to Addison Fry, look, I think it speaks a lot to the growth of the program, specifically the growth of our recruiting space. Addison Fry twice Pennsylvania High School Player of the Year, and we got her to come to Providence. That's a big win for us. It's a big win for Big East softball, too. West, line drive, base hit. This is extra bases again. West coming to second. They'll motor around the bag. Throw to third is in time. Lily West is a victim of excellent Friar defense.
Great hitting, but an even better throw and tag. West knew she was going for it right as she got second, went right past it. Turns on the Jets, but it almost seemed like she slid a little early and got caught up.
From the other side of this, Maria, what I'm wondering is, okay, you got a Providence team that struggled earlier today. A Providence team that, frankly, is seeking momentum. By running into an out, trying to turn double into triple, you're kind of handing them that momentum they need. You understand Lily West's confidence. She's the type of player who always wants to push the envelope. That's one of those decisions that if it goes wrong, it can go way wrong.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where elimination time, you're willing your way. You want to be that person that does the extra thing to get your team in position and make the difference. But sometimes you take some risks like that in hindsight, regular season game, maybe you wouldn't do that. And so it's taking calculated risks.
Big wave and a miss from Keegan Mayhew, the Big East Freshman of the Year.
And again, in hindsight, Fry just sent one to the backstop. Lily West would have been on third, most likely.
That's what's crazy about this time of year, right? Your whole season boils down to 2.5 hours. And one decision like that, who knows? Maybe Creighton wants that back later in the game. We'll see. Big swing from Mayhew, and the count fills up. We already know our first game tomorrow. It'll be our 2 winners, Butler and UConn. Whoever wins that game is guaranteed to play for the championship on Saturday. One of these teams will move on to tomorrow. They'll play the loser of our first game. Mayhew draws a walk. Runner back on base for the Blue Jays.
Good job by Mayhew of running that count full. Nice 2-out walk.
First time Zoe Greenwood bats in this game. Moved down in the lineup from the first game. Batted second in the first game against UConn today, and Greenwood walked, singled, also struck out and flew out. We've spent large chunks of today talking about all the freshman talent in Big East softball this year. This is a showcase for it. Top freshman pitcher in the circle, top freshman hitter in the batter's box. Greenwood's from New Boston, Texas. Went to Hooks High School. She's now a Creighton Blue Jay and hoping for some fireworks on a Thursday night. Checked her swing. She did not go. Crowd didn't think so. They're rooting for Providence anyway.
Starting to get that feeling of an elimination game.
Every single moment just means more. On the ground to second. Nice play by Dunn, flipping on to second to get the final out of the inning. Blue Jays on the board. Tara Vandewater from Oklahoma State to Creighton. And my goodness, they're happy to have her. The Big East softball world is Rosemont, Illinois over the next couple of days. Our third and final game of day one of the Big East Championship. Elimination game moves on to the second. Tara Vandewater has hit a home run in this game for Creighton to give them the very early 1-0 lead. Brianna De La Fuente, Zoe Crizon, and Addison Fry, the three scheduled for the Friars here in the second. Audrey Gilman, her first 6 pitches in this game were all out of the zone. But she dialed it in after that. Got a couple of pop-outs and a ground out to evacuate the mess. Emily Jonti was on second base with nobody out in the first for Providence. This one finds the seats. De La Fuente from Metuchen, New Jersey, 30 miles from New York City. That's firmly in northern Jersey. If you're from the East Coast, if you know anyone from New Jersey, you know very well how there's the ongoing debate. What's north, what's south? And is there such a thing as central? Dalton coming in from center, and she's got it for the first out of the second for Creighton.
It looked like, based on that first part of the first inning, that it could have really snowballed for Gilman there. Giving up a couple free passes, wasn't really finding the zone, had 6 straight balls. But now we keep just seeing pop-up after pop-up.
Zoe Crizon takes ball 1. They've been playing walk-up songs for all of the hitters today. I haven't confirmed whether that's their walk-up songs for the whole season, or whether that's just whatever they want to play. Crizon rips it up the middle. That's a single into center. Her walk-up song is outstanding. It's Best Love Song by T-Pain. I really hope that's her actual walk-up song, because it's a heck of a choice, and that was a heck of a swing to give the Friars their first hit.
Well, if it isn't, it might be in the future, or she might want them to keep playing at this tournament. It's done her well, just straight up the middle. Gets a base runner on here.
So Fry coming to the plate, and it's in the air to left. This thing is hit well. Greenwood had room in front of the wall. Earlier today when the wind was blowing out, I think that's out of here. But there's no more wind at 8 o'clock Central on a Thursday night, and that thing died.
Yeah, it was hung up there for a little bit, and for a second I thought it was going to be some pitcher-on-pitcher crime. Get yourself back into the game yourself.
A sigh of relief for everyone rooting for the Blue Jays. Haley Franz takes low. In these elimination games, every single moment means more. All that hard work you put in, not just during the season, but before the season, comes down to a few at-bats. Creighton wants to keep this thing alive. It was their mission all year to get back to the Big East Championship where they were last year. Providence in the middle of their best season in over 3 decades. They haven't won the Big East tournament since 1994. That thing is ripped to left. Franz has got a hit, and Providence has got 2 on in the second.
Nice piece of 2-out hitting there by Franz. And the Friars go station to station, putting a little bit more pressure on Gilman here. Waits for it, keeps her hands steady.
So Franz extends the inning, and the 9-hitter, Gabriella Lee, we call her Gabby, is coming up. It's been an adventurous day for Audrey Gilman, maybe the best freshman pitcher in the Big East. She struggled against UConn, and today she's navigating traffic. Lee takes a strike. Gabby's a senior from outside of San Francisco. 48th game of the season, 49th including the first game today. She's one of those spark plugs that Providence loves having on their roster. 3 triples and a homer this year. Also good command of the strike zone. 17 walks, 16 strikeouts. Line drive to center, right at Dalton. And crisis averted again for Creighton. The Friars leave 2 on. Big East Softball brought to you by Invesco QQQ, the official ETF of the Big East Conference. And Big East Softball on ESPN Plus also brought to you by Alumnify. Let's go. Appreciate everyone who can help put on such an excellent event, not just this weekend here in Rosemont, but all across Big East Championship weekends, plural. There's a lot going on. Strike called on Erica Perez. 6-7-8 coming up for Creighton. Addison Fry back to work in the circle. Perez, one of those potent hitters, littered throughout Creighton's lineup. Eight normal members of their starting lineup are batting at least .290 or above. But their offense, by their standards, was quiet in their first game today against UConn. They lost that game 9-3. They didn't score any runs past the first. So now they're in this elimination game against Providence. Good start for the Blue Jays. Tara Vandewater hit a home run in the bottom of the first.
That first game was good if your name is Schultz, but other than that, only really one hit across for other Blue Jays, and the bats went quiet. And 6 faster hits across that first inning or so. And then, yeah, like you said, they just kind of shut down by Jessica Walter.
Pop-up, back a second. Dunn does have it, fighting those lights a little bit, and there's one gone.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting element that you don't think of too much, but when the lights come on and you're searching for it, not many of these teams probably play with lights during the regular season. A lot of their games starting at noon, 1 o'clock, they don't have to run into that. Might not have lights at their stadiums.
And it's the type of thing as well, or how do you practice it? Maybe you go to a football field nearby, turn the lights on and try to hit some pop-ups in the air. It's tough to simulate that. First step out of the game for Avery Barnard. Grew up in Beatrice, Nebraska. Bria's our Nebraska native, and she had to correct me on my pronunciation of Beatrice, Nebraska, Avery's hometown in our first game today.
Don't worry, Avery, I got you.
Oh, it's caught at third. How about those reflexes from Sophia Peterson?
Great defense there. I mean, going to her left and catches it right at the last second.
Just stuck in that webbing. A little bit of athleticism over at the hot corner. What a career it's already been for Ashton Pearson. Kansas native, grew up about 3 hours from Omaha. Once again, named Defensive Player of the Year in the Big East. 3rd time in a row she's done it. She's one of 2 softball players in the conference ever to win that Defensive Player of the Year award 3 times in a row. What an accomplishment.
Fry missing inside back-to-back times. Her velo is at a good spot right now. Hitting around 66, topping out 67.
You can see these corners pinched in as well for Providence. Being careful with Pearson, who did drop down a bunt single in the first game today for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, Peterson over at third is playing very far in.
Out the corner, 2-2. Addison Fry looking for a shutdown second. Top of the Providence lineup coming up. Still plenty of time for them to flip the script in this elimination game.
Pearson doesn't bite and count runs full here. Fry did battle back from that 2-0 count.
Corners are now pushed back. Not expecting bunt and 2 strikes. Chopper to third. Peterson in time. Sophia Peterson with some defensive wizardry in the hot corner in that second inning. Got to speed up the operation with Pearson coming down the line, and she did. We stay at 1-0 after 2. Night is quickly falling in Rosemont, Illinois, and we're seeing some good defense in this elimination game of the Big East Championship. Sophia Peterson with 2 excellent plays at third. That last one to get the final out. And how about the stretch at first by Rennie, too. Heck of a play.
Right in step with her, and Peterson, yeah, she was challenged over there at the hot corner a number of times in that past inning.
So now does the momentum continue into the batter's box for Providence. Emily Jonty, Cameron Dunn, Sophia Peterson, the top 3 in their lineup, are scheduled to come to the plate. Down the line and foul. You always got to be careful in these elimination games to make sure you say scheduled batters. Because look, the season's on the line. You never quite know what lever each coach is going to pull with literally everything hanging in the balance. Jonty's a senior from Allen, Texas, half hour from Dallas. She went to John Paul II High School, which is appropriately nicknamed the Cardinals. Little looper and down in shallow right. Barnard's got to play it on a couple of hops. Hit it where they ain't, Emily. Leadoff woman on for Providence for the 2nd time in 3 innings.
She's hyped up and trying to get her team going here. Not the hardest contact, but it gets down, and that's all you need.
Cameron Dunn is used to sweet swings and hard contact. Comes into this Big East Championship, 15 home runs this year. New single season record for Providence softball. Even in that game they lost earlier today, Dunn had some good swings. Single and a double, and one of the 3 runs that they scored. Called a strike inside part of the plate.
Tried to hold it back there on the inside pitch, but went around.
Audrey Gilman trying to get back in that groove. On the ground to short. Pearson to second. No relay back. They do get the out the short way at second. Dunn will take Jonty's spot at first.
This has been the brand for Creighton this season, is they don't necessarily have that big strikeout pitcher in their staff. It's about playing good, solid defense behind whoever's in the circle.
Peterson takes outside. For what it's worth, there is some action in the Creighton bullpen down the first base line. We saw Landry Harris come in for Gilman in our first game against UConn, and she's out there again, number 5. It's a foul tip for a strike. Again, you never quite know in these elimination games when the levers will be pulled, what are the decisions that are made. The decisions you'd make in a game in March are not the same decisions you'd make in May.
Great shot of the bullpen there.
That's Harris out there warming up. Harris in the first game against UConn today threw 56 pitches. Gilman threw 115. Pitch counts in softball are a little different than baseball. I mean, heck, today in baseball, you throw 115 pitches, you may get a week and a half off.
Yeah, Gilman just goes right back into the circle. And when it comes to the decision of who you're going to start in this elimination game, Coach Wood has placed a heavy load on her freshmen throughout the season, and tonight is no different.
Peterson hanging tough. Count stays at 2-2.
Gilman was a part of that All Big East first team for a reason. And Coach Wood has confidence that she'll bounce back here. She said that she trusts her in big situations, even though she's a freshman.
And Sophia Peterson is battling Audrey Gilman here, tooth and nail. And pitch counts at 42. It's about to be the 42nd pitch. Deep breaths for a freshman from Campsville, Illinois. They have less than 300 people. Right now, Sophia Peterson, who's from outside Philly, South Jersey, is giving her all she can handle.
Seven pitches in this at-bat. Peterson just battling here, down 2 strikes.
Popped up and out of play.
There we go again.
There will be at least 9 pitches in this at-bat. This is a senior at the plate who knows the moment, and a freshman in the circle who cannot get her to walk back to the dugout until now. Oh, that thing dotted the corner, and Gilman gets her on the 9th pitch of the at-bat.
What a battle between these two, and it's Gilman that gets the other end of it. With how well that Peterson was protecting the plate, I'm surprised she didn't put bat on ball there.
Rennie taken all the way, it's low. Cameron Dunn remains at first. Julia Rennie has power in her bat, those 10 home runs this season. 2 singles in Providence's first game today. She had the 2-run single in the 5th inning in game 1 and made sure they wouldn't at least get run ruled against Butler. Rennie rips it to left. It's underneath Greenwood's glove. How fast can Dunn run? She's got plenty of speed, and this game is tied. You wonder how they score it. Either way, Julia Rennie standing at second, and we're all tied with the season on the line.
Rennie has come in clutch today. This one hit hard. And a defensive miscue that's very rare for this Creighton Blue Jays team. But it comes when it matters most, and now we're tied in this elimination game.
You know, the thing that killed Greenwood there is the left fielder, she shaded more toward the foul line, respecting the pull power of Rennie. And then when Rennie hit it more to the gap, Greenwood did her best trying to slide and stop it, but ended up working out, and it proves to cost Creighton. This game's tied. They have ruled single and error. So Dunn scores on the error. Julia Rennie does not get an RBI. De La Fuente takes low. Either way, Rennie hit that ball hard, right? If she hits that thing with less velocity, Greenwood can get there and stop it, and Dunn's not scoring. As soon as it got to the wall, you figured Cameron Dunn was going to come in and tie the game. 2-1. And now the nerves really begin for this freshman in the circle, Audrey Gilman, against Brianna De La Fuente, who flew out to center field. That last at bat in the second. Now got a good hitter's count here at 3-1. Popped her up. Foul ground, first base side. Out of play. Creighton fans have been here since their first pitch against UConn right around 3 o'clock. That game against UConn for Creighton, by the way, was delayed by an hour and a half. The game actually took about 4 hours to complete, almost that long. It's ball 4 to Brianna De La Fuente, and 2 on for the Friars, trying to take the lead now here in the third. Zoe Crizon coming back to the plate as they play Best Love Song by T-Pain again. It must be her walk-up song, and I commend her for it. T-Pain has had some absolute bangers over the years, and that one has to be top 5, if not top 3. Fight me on it.
Worked out for her last time, singled right up the middle.
If you're ever looking to kill about a half hour, NPR does those great Tiny Desk concerts. T-Pain's is one of the best. Yeah, he can sing. Who knew? 1-1. Crizon's from Pittsburgh. Went to Thomas Jefferson High School. She's a transfer from Drexel, which is in Philly. She crisscrossed the Keystone State. Grew up in Pittsburgh, then went to Philly. For the uninitiated, Philly and Pittsburgh are not close. That's about a 5.5-hour drive. They just played in an NHL playoff series that the Flyers won. Pitch count becoming a thing here for Gilman. There has been that action in the Creighton bullpen during the inning. Gilman just threw 115 pitches in Creighton's first game today, and now she's about to throw her 58th today. We're still in the third inning. Providence has had some long at-bats in this inning. They have really made Gilman work.
That one hit on a line right back into their dugout. Coach Christensen laughing it off.
6 months pregnant. She freely admitted, I am, but I'm also not really thinking about the kid. I'm focused on softball right now. Her whole team jokes with her that that child is coming out of the womb thinking about softball, because that's all Coach thinks about.
Yeah, she was super fun to talk to. Just, you can tell the passion that she has for the game. She told a story of back when she was coaching at another university, that she would just take walks with one of her assistant coaches every single day around the same path, and they just talk softball. Nothing in particular, just softball.
In the air, left field. Greenwood back again with room as Crizon just got that one off the end of her bat. Providence is on the board though. Rennie helps to bring in Dunn, and this game is tied at 1.
Sir, it seems that the Gladiators get a lot of positive social sentiment.
Innovation changes everything. With one investment, you can access the NASDAQ 100 innovators who are rethinking the world. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Adulting? Overrated. Financial freedom? Now that's the move. Meet Alumnify, banking built for real life. No jargon, no hassle, just smart money moves made simple. Want to save more, spend smarter, build wealth? We've got your back. With zero hidden fees and game-changing savings rates, this is banking that fits your life. Alumnify. Let's go.
Just about 30 minutes or so, traffic depending, from the wonderful American city of Chicago. Heard a rumor you can get a decent meal in that town. Late night dinner's coming for the rest of our broadcast crew. Right around 8:30 Central Time right now. Some great softball still to be played tonight. Elimination game in the Big East tournament. 9-1-2 coming for Creighton. It's Ella Dalton to kick it off. And Kaylin Schultz and Tara Vandewater after that. Providence just tied it up. Got a run in the top of the third. Benefited from a Creighton error in left field to get that run home. Two hits in the game for Creighton. The big one was a Vandewater home run in the first. Big moment for Addison Fry in the circle for Providence. 5'8" freshman pitching with this dream Providence season on the line. This is their best season in over 3 decades. They're trying to win the Big East tournament for the first time since 1994. I won't reveal how old Bria and I were in 1994 because we weren't born yet.
I was going to say, not even in the womb.
I don't even know if I was a gleam in my parents' eye yet. I mean, I probably was. They were married. They were of the age to start thinking about it. But let's just pivot from this part of the conversation because it's getting weird. It's been a long day.
Last thing that Fry wants to do is put a runner on right now for Schultz at the top of the lineup.
Ella Dalton drives it. This ball is gone, way gone. And Creighton's back in front.
You never know who's going to be the hero. That's the motto of the postseason. And Ella Dalton in that 9 spot leads it off, solo home run. And when they needed an answer, they got it right back. This game is getting good, back and forth.
That's just Ella's 3rd home run of the season. And if the top of the bleachers didn't stop it, it may have rolled onto the highway. That thing was scorched.
Yeah, watch out. I mean, I didn't think that the cars behind would have to worry about any softballs flying, but I guess Ella Dalton giving a run for the money there.
And now Addison Fry's got to lock back in. You talk about her stuff, right? You talk about the quote-unquote spinny nature to it, and we see it all the time. Baseball, softball, doesn't matter. Look, you throw breaking balls. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it's kind of sitting on a tee. And Creighton has hit 2 home runs in this game.
Well, what I thought was interesting, and I mean, you talk about all of the spin and everything that these Creighton hitters are being tested with here. When we talked to Coach Wood and talking about her hitting coach, Coach Furnell, he really tests his hitters in the cage and off the machine. And she said, quite frankly, our hitters fail more in practice than they're going to in a game. They are facing the spinniest, the fastest. He's amping it up on the machine because he wants them to have a taste of the hardest that they can get and prepare them for that.
It's all coming out of this game for Providence and Creighton. We've talked so much about the good news going on for Providence, but Creighton as well. There is a lot of history on the line this weekend for them. They're also having a bit of their own dream season. Most wins in a Big East regular season this year for Creighton since they joined the league before 2014. So many outstanding offensive numbers. They're trying to win their first ever Big East tournament championship this weekend. There is a rich softball history for Creighton, but it all came before they joined the Big East. Last time they made the NCAA tournament was in 2010 when they were in the Missouri Valley. Krista Wood knows this weekend's a chance to break some barriers for her program. Schultz fouls it off, and the count evens up.
Yeah, the past 3 seasons, Creighton has been one of the best teams in the Big East consistently, but it's just that final piece of getting it together conference tournament time.
About to be the 50th pitch for Addison Fry. In case you're wondering why the Big East Pitcher of the Year, Alyssa Toomey, didn't start this game, well, her first game today was kind of a nightmare. Went a third of an inning, 38 pitches, 14 strikes, 7 earned. Slapped it the other way for an opposite field single. One hopping in front of Jonty, and Schultz is back in. We've been talking about history. And speaking of history, yes, that is 100% real. That is not AI. Back in the WAC championship in 1991, Creighton and Utah played a game that went 30 innings.
Look at that squad there. I mean, I can't even imagine.
There was a pitcher for Creighton in that game who went all 31 innings. They won the game 1-0. There was a famous AAA baseball game where the Pawtucket Red Sox played the Rochester Red Wings in a game that went 33, maybe 34 innings. I can't exactly remember off the top of my head. But that made national news. How did that Creighton softball game not make national news? Somebody pitched all 31 innings.
All I'm saying, if that's me, my coach is buying me a big steak, and I've got the perfect place picked out in Omaha.
Yeah, I heard a rumor you can get a decent steak meal in Omaha.
Yep.
No free plugs. They're not a sponsor.
No, but that's the best way to celebrate. And after 31 innings, yeah, I deserve it.
Tara Vandewater, who hit a home run last time up, has got herself in a good count, 2-0. You know, the postscript to that story, as producer Ryan reminds us, that same pitcher turned back around in another game later on in that tournament that went over 20 innings. It was right after that 31-inning game ended. She turned right back around 20 minutes later and pitched another 20 innings. I mean, forget a steak dinner, just buy her the restaurant at that point.
I mean, hats off. I'm tired just thinking about it.
I mean, here we are thinking, geez, we've been here all day, called 3 softball games. We're tired.
Tired? Tired? Same thing.
Yeah, you know, I'm just a Looney Tunes character, you know? I'm Elmer Fudd over here. Vandewater drills it again. This may hit the lights. Tara Vandewater is a cheat code tonight. That's her second bomb, and the Creighton lead grows.
And right there's the response. Top of the third. Providence, they tie it up. Whew. That one, you know when people say light tower power? That right there almost hit the lights.
Absolute demolition off of her bat. And it's a 3-run third. right after Providence tied it up in the top half of this third. Lily West gets into one. If it stays fair, it's gone. Well, it was foul, and it also hit the top of the wall. Didn't end up leaving the yard after all.
These Creighton fans want to wave their blue pom-poms a little bit more. They were ready. But back-to-back loud contact given up by Fry.
2 more hits this weekend for Lily West as she chases history. And an RBI double in the first game today. Already doubled in this game, so she's reached a 19 in a row. 2 more hits, and she sets the new school record for all-time hits. Down she goes. Chased one out of the zone. That's Addison Fry's first strikeout.
Yeah, got her to cut on the heater. Good bounce back after that home run, and especially after that first pitch to West that could have well been out of here if it didn't go a little foul.
Keegan Mayhew to the plate. Big East Freshman of the Year. First one ever for Creighton. She hits 3 more home runs. She ties the Creighton single season record for a freshman. That would be a heck of a weekend if Keegan does that. Home run power on display in this game for the Blue Jays. They've scored 4 times, 3 home runs. Ella Dalton homered earlier in this third to give them the lead, and Tara Vandewater hit another one in this inning, her second of the game. Mayhew, hard liner to second. Dunn just made a nice play for the second out of the inning.
Hard hit to Dunn over there and gobbled it up, kept her composure. Was able to get it off in time.
A couple of quick outs for Fry after the home run barrage that has given Creighton the lead. Zoe Greenwood to the plate. Shuffled this lineup for the Blue Jays. Again, in their game they lost earlier today to UConn, they scored 3 runs and they all came in the first. So they shuffled around that lineup a little bit from the first game today to the second game. Greenwood was batting second. Now she's batting 5th. Vandewater moved from 4th to 2nd. The art of lineup construction in baseball and softball has changed so much over the last 5 to 10 years. Used to be you had to hit your best power hitter on the cleanup spot, in the 4 spot. Now the numbers tell you, just put your best hitter first or second. Shohei Ohtani hits leadoff for the Dodgers. Aaron Judge is either first or second for the Yankees. Today, Creighton has put Tara Vandewater at the 2nd spot. Same with Cameron Dunn, the best hitter for Providence. And it's paid off for the Blue Jays today, no question. Down goes Greenwood, and that's a real nice bounce back from Fry after the Blue Jays got to her here in the 3rd. Ella Dalton went deep, and then Tara Vandewater did. Creighton's in front. You're seeing a look at the light towers here in Rosemont at the Parkway Bank Softball Complex. And Tara Vandewater went light tower hunting for Creighton in the bottom of the third. Hit a 2-run home run that pushed their lead to 4-1. We're still just in the fourth inning, but remember, this is an elimination game. Each of these teams lost earlier today. It's double elimination in this Big East softball tournament. So as Addison Fry comes to the plate, she's been pitching today. The pressure is on Providence, their best season in over 3 decades. But Creighton now in control, up 3 in the fourth. And with every out, the pressure mounts for these Providence Friars. That was a bit of a work of art from Gilman. She took a lot off that pitch.
And she's up 1-2 in the count. Still looking pretty strong. She sat there for a while. That was a big, long inning for Creighton.
And another thing, too, it is not warm. The sun's down. We've had a day where it was sunny, then it was rainy, then back to sunny, and now it's dark. Our first pitch temp was 55 degrees. It's now 52 and feels cold.
I think my favorite thing that I've seen today is a blanket right now from one of the parents on the Creighton side, and it's a Keegan Mayhew blanket. Her face is on it.
Wave and a miss. That was a nasty pitch from Gilman. Down goes Addison Fry.
Gilman continues to look strong. A little bit of spin on that to get that back in the zone. Gets the swing and miss.
Trying to stay warm and positive. There's been so many smiles this year for Providence. First time ever clinching a share of the Big East regular season title. That coaching staff, that team is so proud of the progress that they've made over the last half decade. But the pressure is mounting here, no question, as Haley Frantz has got the count at 2-0. On that other side, some smiles for Creighton. 2-1.
I will say, in between the games, I was watching both teams' dugouts, and Creighton was really loose. They were joking, playing some hacky sack. And then on the other side, Providence was kind of all business.
I'm glad you made that point. You know, I haven't noticed, Creighton was in the midst of losing their first game today at UConn, but in the last inning, there were smiles. It almost feels like Providence is forcing those smiles right now, because you understand, it's been a frustrating day. This is going to bring some smiles. That ball is gone. It is a home run party in Rosemont, Illinois tonight. That's our 4th combined between the two teams. The Friars have got one back.
It's the bottom of the lineup for both teams that are making a difference. 2 big home runs on both sides.
Providence has done this all year. They've had a potent lineup with good swing after good swing. And Haley Frantz says we're far from the finish line tonight.
You just wonder, how short is Gilman's leash here?
Remember, they had action in the bullpen in the last inning. Gabriella Lee bunts it foul.
Infield playing in and was anticipating that.
How long, if you're the Creighton coaching staff, how long would your leash be for Audrey Gilman, considering she's already thrown 115 pitches today before this game?
Yeah, I think in the first part of this inning, she was finding the zone, got a big strikeout. She looked good still, so you just let her go. You have some insurance on your side. But anytime your pitcher that's been going for a while gives up a long ball, that's obviously going to ring some alarm bells.
At the corner, 1-2. Lee hit it pretty hard in the second, but she lined out to center. Providence left 2 on base in that second. They also left 2 on in the third. The good thing about that Frantz home run from the Providence perspective, obviously you're gonna run back, but also you will see the top part of the lineup here in the fourth. It'll be a 3rd time through against Gilman as Emily Jonte's on deck whenever Gabriella Lee's at bat ends. Good take. Is what Gabby Lee does. She controls that strike zone. 17 walks, 16 strikeouts this season. As that top of the lineup is preparing to come back up, Lee has made it 3-2. They're checking out the softball here. A long day for all involved. We've had 4 umpires for all of our games today, and a handful of them have worked all 3 of the games. 2 more games tomorrow, and could have 2 on Saturday. Low and outside. Gabby Lee just worked a very nice at-bat.
Spark plug again at the bottom of the lineup, and now it turns over with a runner on. Perfect position here for Jonte.
Audrey Gilman, we've wondered how long the leash is.
Yeah, 1 swing of the bat here, and it could very well be tied.
Got to the circle to chat with her. Outstanding freshman year. All Big East first team. She went 10-0 in conference play. But UConn got to her in our first game of this day. And the plot is thickening again in the fourth. Haley Frantz's home run made it 4-2. Remember, Creighton just scored 3 runs in the bottom of the third to take the lead. And Emily Jonte has seen the ball well at the plate today. She's walked and singled off Gilman. Audrey Gilman, 4 times All-State in Illinois. Her head coach, Krista Wood, says she is the definition of a workhorse. And they are relying on her today. 115 pitches in the first game, already 78 in this game. I'm not very good at math, but that's coming up on 200 pitches thrown today. And it looks like she won't throw anymore. Gilman's out. Landry Harris is coming in. Audrey's a competitor. She's not going to be happy to leave. This season is now in the hands of Landry Harris for the Blue Jays. Landry Harris has relieved Audrey Gilman for the 2nd time today. Had to relieve her in the UConn game that they lost 9-3. Audrey went 3 2/3 in that game. In this game, she goes 3 1/3. Top of the lineup coming up, Emily Jonte against Landry Harris. And Harris will win battle number 1 as Barnard squeezes out number 2.
Much needed quick second out Landry Harris sits low to mid-60s, a fastball, changeup, and rise ball. She's going to work you vertically.
Final line for Harris in the UConn game: 2 1/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and a couple of strikeouts. And facing landmines throughout this Providence lineup, potentially, Cameron Dunn is having the best power hitting season a Providence softball player has ever had. 15 home runs coming into this Big East tournament. No Providence softball player had ever hit more. Beauty of sports on display here. A batter from outside Seattle playing for a college in Rhode Island against a pitcher in a circle pitching for a university in Nebraska who's from Texas. And they're playing on a softball diamond 30 minutes from Chicago, with seasons on the line in this Big East elimination game. And a good hitter's count for one of the best power hitters in the conference. Floats it in there. That takes guts to throw that pitch.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm surprised that Dunn didn't take a hack at that one.
Biggest pitch of the game right here. Softly rolled to second. Vandewater makes the play, and Harris does her job. Providence gets one back, fronts it a home run, but it's still Creighton's ball game. Run back for Providence. Haley Front's home run in the top half of this fourth has made it 4-2. Creighton just scored 3 times in the bottom of the third to take the lead. They have that home run power in this game. Tara Vandewater has homered twice. Ella Dalton has homered. And Addison Fry in that circle for Providence is trying to keep Erica Perez and Creighton in check as best as she can. You know, we're in that pivotal stage in the game, right? Where whatever happens here and in the 5th inning sets the stage for those 6th and 7th innings. If you're Providence, anyway, anyhow, you just got to stay within shouting distance. Tough ask against this great Creighton lineup.
Again, you've mentioned it, you just really don't have a batter off at this point. A lineup that 8 out of the 9 above 290.
The depth is impressive for the Blue Jay lineup, no question.
Oh, and by the way, Dalton, the one that's below 290, yeah, she just hit it to the top row of the bleachers.
I mean, you think about it, right? I mean, if you're Addison Fry, following your scouting report, Ella Dalton's not on the top of the scouting report, but the 9-hitter hit a home run in this game for Creighton. This Creighton offense also waiting to get Erica Perez unlocked. Quiet so far today by her standards. Slap foul, remains 2-2. Friendly reminder for you, we'll be back for a couple of more games tomorrow. All the information on the Big East website. Our first game, we'll see who's going to play for a championship on Saturday. It'll be Butler against UConn, who each won today. And then whoever wins that game, or loses that game, will play the winner of this game as part of the double elimination bracket in this tournament. Wave and a miss. Fry goes back to the outside part of the plate, and she struck out 3 of the last 4 Blue Jays that she's faced. Again, friendly look at the bracket here. So, UConn and Butler have advanced to tomorrow, 2 Eastern, 1 Central. Then right after that, whoever wins this game will play the loser of our first game tomorrow. And then whoever wins that game will be part of the championship, 2 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. And then we could have another game after that, depending upon the double elimination, of course. If the team that hasn't lost yet loses, then we would have 1 more game after that. Tournament's been slimmed down this year from 6 teams to 4 teams. Providence made some noise as the 6th seed in the tournament last year. Made it all the way to the semis where they lost to Creighton. Takes outside. We were just wondering, right? Bria, last inning, how long is the leash for Audrey Gilman? Addison Fry hasn't pitched yet today, but she is a freshman. You wonder how long she would potentially go. This is her pitch 75 of the night. And it's outside.
Yeah, misses outside again. You had Buffon that came in relief in the first game. We've already seen her. You wonder if Alyssa Toomey comes out in a big spot.
Right.
You have trust in her. She's performed for you time and time again.
On the ground is short. Across to first. Good stretch. And another out. Yeah, in case you missed it earlier today, Providence's first game was started by Alyssa Toomey, the Big East Pitcher of the Year. She went 1/3 of an inning against Butler. She gave up 7 earned runs in an inning where they eventually scored 9. Yeah, 9. It was a nightmare start to this first day of the tournament. Second time up for Ashton Pearson in this game. Second time against Addison Fry. There's Toomey. I wonder if and when we see her. And the thing that was just startling about the way that Toomey pitched earlier today for Providence was she just couldn't throw strikes. 38 pitches and only 14 were strikes. She had 5 walks in that 1/3 of an inning she worked. Bunt shown, pulled back, it's low. Ashton Pearson is always a threat to bunt. Pearson dropped out a beautiful bunt single in Creighton's first game today. This time it is a strike. And Pearson frustrated as she goes back in that box. This would be the first time since the second that Creighton hasn't scored in an inning. Peterson hangs tough. By the way, how have we not brought up the point yet, Bria, that both these teams are wearing pinstripe jerseys? Where do you fall on the pinstriped baseball / softball jersey debate?
I love these uniforms from Creighton, the baby blues, pinstripe, darker blue outlines.
Popped up back is short. Gallardo makes the play, and for the first time since the second, Creighton goes down 1-2-3. They're 9 outs away, though, from keeping their season going. Providence's dream season is hanging in the balance.
Adulting? Overrated. Financial freedom? Now that's the move. Meet Alumnify. Banking built for real life. No jargon. No hassle. Just smart money moves made simple. Want to save more? Spend smarter? Build wealth? We've got your back. With 0 hidden fees and game-changing savings rates, this is banking that fits your life. Alumnify. Let's go.
Sir, it seems that the Gladiator is getting a lot of positive social sentiment.
Innovation changes everything. With one investment, you can access the NASDAQ 100 innovators who are rethinking the world. Before investing carefully, read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Top of the 5th inning coming up. Creighton 4, Providence 2. Landry Harris is into the circle for Creighton. Came on, got the final couple out to the 4th. Danger spot on the lineup here. 3, 4, 5 for Providence. There's still 9 outs to play with, but with the right part of the lineup coming up, the time is now for the Friars. A dream season, their best in over 30 years. First time ever they've won at least a share of the Big East regular season championship in softball. But all that would be for nothing if some runs don't come across home plate here.
Yeah, the gravity of this elimination game cannot be said enough, especially because none of these teams in this 4-team Big East tournament field have an RPI good enough to make the NCAA tournament. So it truly is fighting for that one automatic bid.
That's what's so tough about quote-unquote mid-major conferences. You see that a lot in collegiate basketball. We saw it in the MAC this year. Wave and a miss as Peterson chases a ball. Harris gets her to strike out for the second time. It's that dilemma we saw in the MAC this year for basketball. Miami, Ohio almost didn't get in, even though they started 31-0. Not quite the same deal here, Bria, in Big East softball, but still, all these teams come into the weekend knowing we got to win or we're done. It's just a fact of life.
And it can be really hard to take the emotions out of it and just go back to your process, go back to how you've played all season long. We saw that a little bit when Lily West had a great double but tried to extend it into a triple, right? Like, you're trying to be that person that gets it done for your team. But sometimes you have to make decisions and have a clear head.
This one is roped and down in the right center gap. Julia Rennie is swinging a hot bat. It's another 2-hit game. Rennie had 2 hits earlier today against Butler, and she's got 2 more hits tonight against Creighton.
Solid piece of hitting there, and now a runner in scoring position here for Providence.
Game pressure back on the Blue Jays. Rennie's smiling at second. Audrey Gilman got the start in the circle for Creighton. She was out after 3 1/3. Landry Harris is now in. Runner at second base. Rennie is out. Replaced by 21 in the black and white, Becca Weaver. She helped run for Providence in our first game today. Brianna De La Fuente coming up as Weaver stands at second. Fly out on a walk this game. De La Fuente lines to second. Weaver right away put to the test running. Flops back into the second base bag.
Great heads-up play there. Tries to get the double play, but understandably is not able to. But just heads-up defense by Creighton, especially. You gather it right away. You have that softball IQ to lunge the other way.
Zoe Crizon coming to the plate. Single and a fly out in this game. That run at second for Providence. How big does that look right now?
They're slowly inching their way back. 1 run apiece in the third and the fourth. Now runner in scoring position.
Right back to the screen, 1 and 2. Crizon 1 for 2 in this game. Also played in the first game today for the Friars. And a double in that game. When Creighton's back to the plate, bottom of the 5th, they got 9-1-2. It'll start with Ella Dalton, who's homered, then Schultz and Vandewater, who's homered twice. I wonder if they pitch to Vandewater at this point. At bat here, it's 3 and 2.
And we've talked about a lot in that first game between Butler and Providence, the big inning and that being the reason why Providence is in this elimination game. But also they were 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position.
Pops it up back our way. Oh my gosh, it is in the booth this time. They made it all the way. Hang on, I'm gonna get the softball. Uh-oh, I gotta take the headset off.
Can confirm ball is in hand.
I got it. Yep, that's me. I got it. Now, can I hang on to it or do I have to throw it back? That's the real question.
No, you deserve it. 3 games.
Thank you.
Is that a first?
No, actually it's not, no. No, I've gotten a baseball in the booth before, but never a softball. Big day for me. How about that? You never know what you're gonna get when you show up to the ballpark. And today I got a softball. That's pretty cool. There we go. There's camera 2. Hi. I got my softball. My day's made. Been here all day and I got a gift. Ground ball to first. Oh, it ate up Mayhew, but the flip in time. Tara Vandewater can do it all. 2 home runs for Tara in this game, and she just saved the Blue Jays bacon, if it stands.
Yeah, it looks like they might challenge this, but what an athletic play.
I mean, if you're Providence, you have to take another look at this because the game could swing on this play. You know, on the ground ball to first, it looked like Mayhew was shielded by the base runner Crizon. And then Vandewater, what a remarkable play if it stands.
This is what the officials are looking at. Bounces off, Vandewater has to get it, flips it with the glove.
Whew. This may be our best luck. Oh boy. I don't know if it gets closer than that. We may run into yet again a situation where whatever the call is on the field, they got to stick with it.
Yeah, the call is out to end the inning. Otherwise, you have runners on first and third. We've had a couple calls today where it's been super close and the call stands, not confirmed. Providence fans are stating their case for sure in the stands.
I don't know if it gets much closer than that, truly. There's bang, bang, and then there's that play. Addison Fry sure hopes she gets to stay at first. Rennie would be at third, Creighton would be at second. This is a gigantic decision. That was the key word, stands. I think if they ruled her safe at first, they would have had to stick with the call. A whole season can sometimes come down to one moment, and Providence sure is hoping their whole season just didn't come down to that moment. Providence is down to their last 6 outs, and Creighton is trying to make that comeback road for the Friars longer by getting some runs here in the bottom of the 5th. And they got the right part of the lineup coming up against Addison Fry. 9-hitter Ella Dalton coming up, but she's a 9-hitter in name only tonight. Right back to the circle this time. Fry makes the play. Dalton hit a home run in the 3rd inning that nearly cleared the bleachers out there. 1 pitch, 1 out to start the 5th.
Yeah, pulled it to right field and was in that top row of the bleachers. Vanderwater's home runs have also been no doubters as well, out to the light towers.
Kaylin Schultz, a wave and a miss at that one. You know, I wonder here too, right? Krista Wood, as you see, hitters 4 through 8 have struggled. The rest of the team, pretty good. At 9 through 3 spots have done all the damage. Right back to the mound again. Fry gets the 2nd out, and now I wonder if they even pitch to Vanderwater or just put her right on first base.
She's definitely been the MVP of the game. You talk about those 2 home runs, huge offensively, but in that back part of the inning as well to end it. The recovery from it bouncing off what could have been disaster to load the bases, but flip it with the glove and suddenly you turn it over to get the bats again.
We're gonna pitch to her. This is a curious decision with the way she's swinging the bat tonight. That 2nd home run she hit appeared destined for the lights beyond the left center field fence. It was a shot. Off the corner, 0-2. Since Vandewater's home run, Creighton has not seen a player reach base. Fry has locked in. She's got 3 strikeouts during that time. Providence down to these last 6 outs. They'll have 8-9-1 coming up. Haley Frantz to lead off the 6th. She homered last time she batted for the Friars. Creighton trying to win the Big East tournament for the first time ever. Providence trying to win it for the first time in 32 years. First time that Providence has ever won a share of the Big East regular season crown. That is all hanging in the balance. Chop to third. Peterson. Oh, it's dropped. Rennie couldn't squeeze it. And the inning extends. That's going to be E5 on Sophia Peterson.
That's a really tough break there for Fry. After giving up 2 home runs to where you get her to round out and think the inning's over, but your defense just isn't behind you.
We'll see how they score it. Could be an error on Peterson. Throw is a little wide. Also could give an error on Julia Rennie. It's an error on the third baseman. It is E5 confirmed. So the inning extends and it gets tricky because Lily West is coming up. 2 doubles in this game. She's reached in 19 straight. And she is 2 hits shy of breaking the Creighton all-time hits record. She came into the weekend 4 shy, and she has 2 hits today. Downstairs, ball 1. So Creighton still doesn't have a hit in a 10-batter span because Vandewater reached on the error, of course. Got the corner, 1-1. We're back here tomorrow, 2 Eastern, 1 Central. Butler and UConn playing for a guaranteed spot in the championship on Saturday. Whoever wins this game will play the loser of that game. And whoever loses tonight, they're done. Big deep breath for Lily West. History on the line this weekend for her, but right now all she's thinking about, putting a charge into one. Hit and run was on, and it's slapped foul.
A good job for Fry for battling back here late in this game. 2-2 count, you think you're out of it with 2 outs. And then, all right, by the way, you have to face Lily West, who had a conference best 450 batting average in Big East play.
On the ground to second, and that one eats up done. The Providence defense is self-combusting here in the 5th. That's an E4.
Sometimes errors multiply like that, and that's the worst feeling when you're out in the field and you make a mistake like that, knowing especially you can get out of the inning in a big spot. You see there the big, deep breath.
Plus, you're making Addison Fry throw extra pitches. Strike 1 to Keegan Mayhew. This feels like the moment of the game. If Keegan Mayhew, the Big East Freshman of the Year, runs into one, Providence's comeback hopes get that much longer. You get it out here, and Providence has momentum and life again. They've helped out Creighton. Back-to-back errors have extended this bottom of the fifth. Fry gets ahead on Mayhew real quick, 0-2. Again, when Providence gets back to the plate, top of the sixth, it's Haley Franz, Gabriella Lee, and Emily Jonti, 8-9-1. Haley has homered in this game. Providence is still in bloop and a blast territory. Creighton hoping to change that.
Yeah, Mayhew has the power to break this one open.
Mayhew on the season, those 12 home runs, Bria.
Yeah, credit to Fry, though. She's put herself in a good position here in this at-bat, getting ahead 1-2.
Oh, it's fielded poorly again, but the runner's coming home, and she is out. Vandewater out at home. Gallardo just made the third error of the inning for Providence, but they survive. They got a lucky rabbit's foot, apparently, down to their last 6 outs. All right, so we're back in Rosemont. They are looking at this last play. The throw beat Vandewater by a mile. And unless they're seeing something, Bria, that I'm not seeing, I think that should be the final out of the inning. Unless they miss the tag. And they're also looking as well at obstruction on third base. So they got to evaluate that. And then they were evaluating the tag at home.
Yeah,
here's the call.
Every call going forward here counts, and it's confirmed. Not shocked by that decision.
All right, so it gives us a chance to stay here and reset the situation for you. So Providence down to its last 6 outs in their best season in over 3 decades. By the metric of they've never won the Big East regular season championship, it's their best season ever. The last time they won the Big East softball tournament, 32 years before. But remember, they came into this game, into this day, as the top seed of the tournament. But then they promptly gave up 9 runs in the first inning to Butler and lost 10-3. So their season on the line in this game, and now Creighton up by 2, 6 outs to go. If you're in that Providence dugout, Bria, what is the message right now?
Yeah, it's who can be the one to make an impact, who can be the one that steps up right now. It doesn't have to be anything loud. We've seen small ball work here today. Earlier, Butler used that against Providence. Any way that you can to get on base, extend. That's what you're trying to do. You don't have to be the big power bat. You can be. They'll definitely welcome that, but just get on base.
Just trying to keep this thing going for Kelsey Christensen's team. This was a big weekend for her. She went to high school in Nebraska, but she's from the greater Chicago area. She's got a lot going on in her life. She's 6 months pregnant. But she's leading a resurgent Providence softball program. And you know, so many alums, so proud of what's going on. I got a sneaking suspicion there's some Providence softball alums watching right now, hoping for a comeback. Haley Franz, who homered last time up, takes ball 1. Wherever you're watching, however you're doing it, hanging out late at night, past 10 o'clock now on the East Coast. We appreciate you watching. A new era of the Big East Softball Championship this year on ESPN+. All the games up through the championship on Saturday, by the way, are here on ESPN+. They used to be on a different network. They are no longer on that network. So pleased you're joining us, whether you've joined us for all 3 games today or whether you're just flipping us on right now. Busy night in the world of sports, hockey playoffs, basketball playoffs, a litany of college sports. So glad you're making us a part of your night. Frantz hanging tough up there. It's still 1-2.
I'll tell you what else is tonight is Major League Volleyball playoffs. And it just so happens that a certain Omaha team just took down the #1 seed. Not foreshadowing anything here.
Just missed. Strong take by Haley Franz as West tried to frame it on that corner. We talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast to start the day. The parity in this tournament. As Franz lines a single into center. That top-seeded Providence team, not that far away from 4th-seeded Butler. It proved it out in game 1. And Creighton on the verge of another upset, but they are far from the finish line. That is the 3rd hit today for Haley Franz.
Yeah, this has been such an even matchup. It's been the loud bat from Tara Vanderwater of Creighton that has really made a difference with those 2 home runs, but Providence now with that hit is actually out-hitting Creighton.
Oh, by the way, they out-hit Butler in their loss earlier today. They lost 10-3, but they had more hits than they did. Emerson Buckley will run for Franz. She was a runner in the first game today, too.
The big problem there in that first game, 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position for Providence. Take a look at that same stat, 0 for 7 in this one. 2 for 14 with runners on.
Corner's pinched in for Gabriella Lee. It's all the way to the backstop. And just like that, Buckley's to second.
Again, you get on base, good things happen. You allow the other team to make mistakes for you, whether that's defensively an error, a wild pitch, or a pass ball, whatever.
There's some life in that dugout again. 2-0. Walking the line out in this game for Gabby Lee, senior from the Bay Area. She does not want this to be her last game. And she's working a darn good AB here. Landry Harris inside that circle has relieved Audrey Gilman for the 2nd time today for Creighton. Taken all the way, it's 3-1. Every single pitch, the pressure mounts as Providence tries to keep this season alive. Creighton trying to end their dream season. 3-2. Deep breaths for Landry Harris. Slapped to short. Pearson in time. Another outstanding defensive play.
Solid as ever from Pearson. She holds the runner at second, does a good job of that. And how about the stretch there as well?
The way she fielded that ball at shortstop, too, that was a tough hop, and she made the play look remarkably easy. Fourth at-bat of the night for Emily Jonty, her second against Harris. She flew out to right field against her in the fourth. Another senior at the plate. And she takes high. Buckley at second, looking for a chance to run. This kind of feels like the old unintentional, intentional walk with the open bag at first, but do you really want to pitch around Jonty to pitch to Cameron Dunn? He's got 15 home runs this season.
That's what's so hard about having that 1-2 punch.
It's a strike. I think the tell here is, where is this pitch? Is it anywhere near the strike zone? Does Emily Jonty have pixie dust? She has ball 4, and it's 2 on and 1 out.
Keep the line moving here, and now you have the go-ahead headed to the plate and done.
15 homers this year. On the ground to short. Pearson bobbles it. Are you kidding me? The 3-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year. What a time to make that error.
That does not happen. Time after time, we've called Pearson's name of solid defensive play, even in this inning. But now you have the bases loaded. It just shows you anything can happen in the postseason. And also that she's human.
You know, I'm honestly wondering now, later in the day, there was heavy rain. We have now seen multiple errors within the last inning alone on ground balls. I wonder if these hops are getting tricky late at night.
Yeah, this is a Creighton team that prides themselves defensively. They're very athletic. We saw it there 2 plays ago with the Mayhew stretch lunging at first. But 4 errors altogether in this one.
On the ground, play made this time. They get the out at home.
You can feel it, collects it, stays calm, heads to west.
Julia Rennie coming up. What a day she is having. 2 hits in each of the 2 games that Providence has played. Another senior from Syosset on Long Island. Same high school as Sue Bird. Trying to make some magic for Providence. She's down in the count. Providence crowd can't believe that was strike 2.
Yeah, it was up in the zone.
What does Landry Harris throw? We'll have to wait until we find out. An error extended this inning. Ashton Pearson, 3-time Big East Defensive Player of the Year, made an error at shortstop. But a fielder's choice ground ball. Creighton came home to get an out. Bag still loaded. 2 outs at 0-2 count for a hot hitter in Julia Rennie, who has 4 combined hits in 2 games today. Harris stepped off. Are they going to call balk? There is some confusion reigning on the field right now.
Yeah, Krista Wood coming out of the dugout and having a discussion here.
Just a brief delay before we get back to business. Way outside. It is 2-2. They called ball. So Rennie's got the count back even. Got her on the corner! Landry Harris, wow! That may define both of these teams' seasons. Bases loaded, 2 outs, a 2-2 count. And Harris throws the biggest pitch of the season for the Creighton Blue Jays.
Sir, it seems that the Gladiator is getting a lot of positive social sentiment.
Innovation changes everything. With one investment, you can access the NASDAQ 100 innovators who are rethinking the world. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Adulting? Overrated. Financial freedom? Now that's the move. Meet Alumnify. Banking built for real life. No jargon. No hassle. Just smart money moves made simple. Want to save more? Spend smarter? Build wealth? We've got your back. With 0 hidden fees and game-changing savings rates, this is banking that fits your life. Alumnify. Let's go.
Krista Wood's team is that close. They're 3 outs away from ending Providence's dream season and making sure there's at least one more day of softball. Trying to get some insurance here as we go bottom 6. Zoe Greenwood to lead it off. Slow roller back to Fry. Gets out number 1 of the 6th on her 100th pitch of the night.
Best case scenario there for Fry, 1 pitch, 1 out.
She's been very, very good since Tara Vandewater hit a 2-run home run in the 3rd. No hits for Creighton. Now they had 3 women reach base in the 5th on 3 different errors by Providence, but nobody scored. Erica Perez batting for the 3rd time.
And this is the part of the lineup for Creighton that has been pretty quiet today. Perez, Barnard, Pearson, all without a hit.
Right down Broadway for a strike. I mean, we're outside Chicago. I think we should just say right down Michigan Avenue this whole weekend instead of Broadway. How's that sound?
A little far away from Michigan Avenue.
Yeah, I know. A little far from the Magnificent Mile. No shopping done today.
Actually, Rosemont, great shopping.
Yeah, the mall's right over there.
Yeah, the outlet mall.
Yep. Where dreams come true. A suburban outlet mall. And 2. Perez thought she got ball 4. Providence just left the bases loaded in the top half of this 6th. Julia Rennie struck out on a 2-2 pitch that caught the inside part of the plates. They've left 10 on base in the game. Perez back on base as Addison Fry issues ball 4. Crystal Wood's team, they've had motivation to get back to this spot. They lost to the Big East Championship to UConn last year. They already lost to UConn earlier today. If they hang on here, they will play the loser of tomorrow's first game, Butler and UConn. That's games to determine who will play for the Big East Championship on Saturday. Double elimination. Both these teams lost earlier today. Erica Perez will be lifted for a runner in this position here. That's Chiqui Vasquez who will run for it. Avery Barnard coming to the plate. She was scheduled to come to the plate. She still will. Line out and a ground out in this game. Creighton, to state the absolute obvious, would love insurance. Look, it kind of does feel like, from Providence's side, they're knocking on the door. They've left 10 out of the game. If you're Creighton, you're thinking, how much longer can we really hold them off? How much longer can we keep getting away with this? Blue Jays get a run or two here, and you're feeling really good. See what they do with Vasquez at first, by the way. Any thought to steal her?
I mean, this is a Creighton team that loves to run and have been aggressive throughout this game and have taken some chances. They haven't always paid off. Saw that with the play at the plate an inning ago.
They will run her. And the throw to second. Not in time. Gallardo was hoping she slapped the tag on the shoes of Vasquez. Apparently, she did not.
And Coach Christensen is coming out of the dugout to have a conversation.
Ooh, that's close. Wonder if she got her on the thigh. Now they're going to challenge it. Again, probably thinking, why not? The key is the tag slapped on the calf or the thigh of Vasquez? This replay booth has been put to work. I think if she got the tag down, she's out, but she may have whiffed on the tag. At least from that angle, it's close.
Tag would be down around.
Ah, man.
Yeah, we're looking at back of the thigh, maybe calf area for the tag.
Do we have another situation where the call must stand because you can't overturn it? We'll find out again. She's out. They have overturned a call. Well, we were wondering if they'd steal her. They did, and that decision ends up backfiring.
2 outs now, and bases are cleared. Providence fans love that call being overturned.
2-2. Now Avery Barnard a strike away from seeing this thing go to the 7th. When Providence comes back to the plate with their season on the line on the 7th, Brianna De La Fuente, Zoe Crizon, and Addison Fry, the 3 do. 5, 6, 7. Barnard spoils it. It's been a long day of softball. We started at noon Central when Providence lost to Butler. Then we had a game between UConn and Creighton that was delayed by an hour and a half because of rain, and UConn ended up winning. And this nightcap has been a darn good one. Line drive, base hit left field. Avery Barnard's got her first hit of the day.
And we've talked about that rain delay in the first game, but the mental endurance you have to have if you're Creighton to be on softball-wise for a large chunk of your day, right? Like you're starting around 3:30, whenever first pitch was, and yes, you have that break, but you're still staying loose, you're getting ready, you're taking some swings in the dome while you wait the rain out. So they have just been consistently on with no break late into the night.
Foul ground right side, and it drops away from Cameron Dunn. Foul ball. Cameron Dunn not scheduled to bat. That's the tricky thing for Providence. Their top 4 in the lineup have done damage today. None of them scheduled to bat next inning. Dunn almost made that play, not for lack of trying. Chopper to third. Peterson has got it. And Providence's dream season, their best in over 3 decades, comes down to the next 3 outs. Happens in this 7th inning. It's been a remarkable season for the Providence Friars. First time they've ever clinched a share of the Big East regular season softball championship. Last time they won this tournament, it was 1994, 32 years ago. But all that growth, all that history, all the remarkable things they've done have come down to a half inning and 3 outs against Creighton. Brianna De La Fuente batting first against Landry Harris. A night where Providence has been doomed by missed opportunities. They've left 10 on base. De La Fuente puts it in the air. Dalton's back with room, and Providence's season is down to 2 outs.
Good job of Dalton of staying with that. Pretty high up in the air, could have lost it in the lights and collected it with both hands.
It has not been a clean softball game. Both teams have made multiple errors. Good hitter at the plate here for Providence. Zoe Crizon has reached twice. Singled in the 2nd, walked in the 5th. The Friars are just looking for someone, anyone, to get on base, because then the potential tying run can come to the plate. Oh, by the way, if either of these next 2 hitters can get on, Haley France would bat, and France is homered in this game. She has 3 hits. That's the woman you want to come to the plate. She's in the hole right now. One and 2. Zoe, the sophomore from Pittsburgh. In her first season as a Friar, she was a Drexel Dragon last year. She takes high, 2-2. Addison Fry, the pitcher, is scheduled to bat on deck. She's 0 for 3 in this game. They're one ball away from getting that runner they desperately need on base. Back ashort. Pearson has got it, and Creighton's 1 out away. The last hope for the Providence Friar dream season of extending is Addison Fry, their freshman pitcher from Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Landry Harris relieved Audrey Gilman in this game. That has been the pitching combination in the circle for Creighton. Fry has been quiet. 1-1. It's been a long day of softball here in Rosemont. We started right around noon Central. We will end right around 11 East Coast time. Creighton is 1 strike away from making sure their season doesn't end tonight. Foul ball down that right field line.
Good job of getting it off the end of the bat for Fry, and you can feel the tension here. A big Omaha contingent that traveled.
A team that lost, the Creighton Blue Jays did in the Big East Championship last year. Came back this year with revenge on their minds. And that one from Harris was overthrown a little bit. Haley Frantz, the woman waiting on deck for Providence. Landry Harris. Those fans want to go back to the hotel happy. They can't. A Providence softball season they've been waiting for a long time. How much longer does it last? It'll last at least one more pitch. Harris, the sophomore from Flower Mound, Texas. A transfer from a community college in Waco, Texas. Came up to the Big East, came up to the Division I level. And this is about to be her biggest pitch as a Creighton Blue Jay. This is a heck of an at-bat from Addison Fry.
8 pitches so far. She's been battling in this 2-2 count.
There will be a 10th pitch. There will be an 11th pitch. Addison Fry and Landry Harris are locked in a battle royale with seasons on the line. In the air to center. This ball is caught. Dalton squeezes it, and the Creighton Blue Jays season will not end tonight.
What a job by the Blue Jays all around. And how about Harris in the circle? A little bit of an unsung hero in this one. 3 2/3 coming in relief. No runs allowed. There was some traffic. She handled it well. This is a Blue Jays team that is going to keep fighting on here. And if there's one MVP of the game, I think you already know who I'm going to say, and that's Tara Vanderwater. 2 home runs, she's the difference in this one. Great defense. Blue Jays stay alive.
And they're going to wait for whoever loses our first game tomorrow. Butler and UConn, who won today. Whoever loses that game has got to play Creighton with seasons on the line tomorrow. Whoever wins our first game, guaranteed to play for a championship on Saturday. You never know what you're going to get when you show up to the ballpark on days like this, and the top seed Providence has already been eliminated from this tournament. A season that they will remember so fondly until tonight. We're back with you from Rosemont tomorrow at 1 Central, 2 Eastern. And we will see Krista Wood and those Creighton Blue Jays at some point tomorrow. That's a full day of softball. Time for some sleep for all of us. We'll talk to you tomorrow. For Bria Losick, Evan Stockton saying so long from Rosemont, where Creighton wins a classic over Providence 4-2. All games airing on the ESPN Family Networks. Streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.